Hi there. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you how to attract the right leads into your kingdom business. If you are struggling to attract the right people that will pay top dollar for your services, then you need to listen in. I look forward to sharing it with you in just a moment. I'm Buki and I'm a business growth mentor and strategist. And if you are new to my channel, this is all about kingdom wealth, business growth, and all-round abundant living as a Christian entrepreneur. I'm very excited to have you here, and I'm sharing you a snippet from a live that I did within my Facebook group regarding how to attract leads into your business. Again, if you are a coach online, if you're a female coach or service provider, then do jump into the description, click on the link that takes you to the Facebook group, and you can get to know me there as well. But also, you can also grab hold of my 10K roadmap and biblical declarations calendar that will help you to map out how to create 10K months and how to use God's word to really enrich your spirit on a regular daily basis. Okay, without further ado, again, if you are new and you like what you see, I'd love you to to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I look forward to seeing you inside the training. Take care. We're going to start with 5 key things that are so essential in your business that you must master online. Okay, you must, right? Because we all know last week when Facebook and IG went down, how did you feel? Were you panicking or were you at peace? You should be at peace, right? Because, and some of you that have been with me for a long time know that I have been really blowing this horn like loud. That guys, you cannot build your business on social media alone. You can't do it, right? If you are only relying on your post and you are only relying and you're kind of lazy on your email list building and you're lazy on your nurturing on your emails and things like that, it won't serve you because, again, we don't own this platform, right? And as we saw last week, it could shut down just like that. And yesterday I was happy it happened because I was like, it is an example of exactly what happens when we rely on social media to run our businesses. Okay, so just let me know in the chat, ladies, where you are with that, like where you are in terms of your business online. Okay, are you intentionally building your sales system? Are you intentionally generating leads in a system that will convert from cold traffic to paying clients? That's the goal, right? The goal is to get someone who is cold. We're going to talk about a five-step process that is absolutely crucial. And then each week I will come and I will just touch base on those things in a bit more detail. But I want to just kind of help you because I have conversations with people very regularly regarding just where they are in their businesses and just things that are just not tight. So when I talk about simple, smart, Isabel, one that's automated. Excellent. Thank you for joining, Isabel. Yes, that's automated. Right. So you can have it automated. Yes, you can. And you can do that in different ways as well. So that's good to know. Anybody else, feel free to just share in the chat, right? But before you can automate, ladies, and this is the key thing, and this is what I see people doing, that actually you need to really be able to master the basics first before you run ahead. Right? Because if you automate something that hasn't been validated, you are going to find yourself in a bit of a pickle. Okay. So this is why I am quite passionate to just share these principles with you so that you know where you should be on the scale between creating a system, a flow of clients in your business, not that will actually convert into clients, right? What I want to do is just share with you 5 steps, the 5 key things before you build a system. And when I talk about a system, I'm talking about a system in terms of you are able to be visible online, and then you have a way of bringing people who do not know you, who have never heard of you, and they book a call with you, and you can convert them to a client within a matter of days even. You know, that's happened to me quite a few times, in a matter of days kind of thing, right? So, and that's what we're talking about. And it don't have to use ads for that, right? You don't have to use ads for that, where it really is the foundations, okay? Number 1, first and foremost, is without a shadow of a doubt, is before you can have a seamless system in your business that converts, you must have a validated offer. And I would say, even go further to say a high ticket offer. You want to start with a high ticket offering in your business, right? But hear me, not just having an offer in your business, but what I see a lot of people doing is they finish their coaching certification, they are ready to coach, and then produce an offer that they may have seen other people or just think what they feel led to bring to the marketplace. They share it and don't get any response back, and then get disheartened. And I want to help somebody, because the reason why that is because a lot of people create offers without doing the research behind the scenes. Market research that you do for your high ticket offer, not just what you present, how you present it, how you stack it. And we're going to talk through that. We're going to talk through that during the weeks ahead. But it is crucial. You must start with your offering first before you even talk about who it's for. Some people rush to go, so who is it? Who is it for? And what we do, if we do market research sometimes, is that we put our offering on par with somebody else who may have a completely different audience than our own audience, or a completely different business system than our own system. So for example, you might be following or modeling someone who maybe has 100,000 following, and maybe their niche is big, much more general. And the reason why us coaches, business coaches especially, talk about niching down and being and carving out that space where you can stand out is when you're starting new and you're kind of relatively new to the online space, you can't serve everybody. Christians, hear me. Ladies, love you. I love you so much. You can't serve everybody as much as we want to. And I have this same conversation as well. We want to serve everybody. And so it's not specific enough. And so before you can build a system, if it's as of Jesus, if it's not built on the solid foundation, the system will crash if it is built on a rocky foundation. And the rocky foundation is an offer that is not validated. It's an offer that has not been well researched. It's an offer that has that is not targeting the right person or carving out the right person to target. I wouldn't even talk about your number one is your offer. Basically, before you can have a sales system that we all want the time, we are all online or all building our businesses, one, maybe because God has led us, but also because we also want that time freedom. We want to create wealth, ladies of wealth here. We want to build our businesses and create wealth, but we have to do it in the right way. So number one is I would recommend starting with a higher ticket offering, but it must be validated. You must research this before you go out to the market, and you must research this alongside who precisely it is for. Okay, I'm not going to go into client avatars today, but I will go over to that because that's not what I'm talking about today. But I just want to make sure that you understand that normally I tell my clients that when you're talking about your offering, it's kind of a chicken and an egg scenario. So you kind of have to know your offering, and you have to know who it's for, but you have to know who it's for to know how to package it and to offer it. So it's chicken and an egg when it comes to your offer and your avatar. So your offer and your avatar is your ideal client, your dream client, the number one person that is the best fit for your offer and the offer itself. So it has to be like a puzzle and it has to fit. So the offer's first, and then when you know the offer, you identify who it's for precisely. And then you go back to your offer and check that you have packaged it in a way that appeals to that dream client. Is that making sense? What is the number one outcome? What is the promise? What is when they complete your beta program? What do they finish? What is the one outcome? This is another thing you must get clear. So when you are presenting your offering, make sure that you have clearly identified what that one outcome is, so that there is clarity on the outcome. And I'll ask you, once you do that, I will go back to your question in terms of where do I research. Julie says, number one outcome, the promise, women entrepreneurs over 40 who want more out of life so they live their true purpose. So when you're talking about purpose and you're talking about somebody that wants more out of life, what will help you significantly, especially if you're starting new, is to narrow down a bit more on what purpose is. in a sense, or what they really desire. They want to live their true purpose. But who? Women over 40. Okay, women over 40, what's happened in their life, or who is that? What I mean is that you have to visualize the kind of specific person you are trying to target. So when it comes to purpose can be very, very broad. It can be very, very, very general. Like, living out your purpose, living your dream life, right? That's the kind of, it's purpose to profit. But what does that look like in terms of that dream life? For example, does that dream life mean building a business? Does that dream life mean starting a ministry? Does that dream life mean, writing a book? Like, when it comes to the online space, the more specific you can get with your niche, the better. Even if it's just for your, messaging, right? Your program can broadly speak on purpose, but if your messaging only speaks on purpose, what you want to find out and is get more specific. So where do you research, or you go into who's your avatar? Who are you trying to target? You have to go into groups whereby women over 40 are, and start to ask questions. So for example, a question would be, okay, women, what would, if you desire, women who desire to live out their purpose, or women who are living their purpose, what were you doing before you were living out your purpose? Like a question like that. A question, you could throw it out to a group to find out specifics. Does that make sense? Specifics of people, of what they actually mean by purpose and what they're living out, so that you can use the right language to target them. So Julie said they got to 40 years old and they are searching specific groups. And you have to ask questions where over 40 years. Yeah, exactly, Julie. Questions with ladies who are over 40, and you can ask questions and go searching for where questions have already been asked as well. Okay, so there's a few things here. I could go on to a number of things, but let me give you a couple of things. Number one, ask questions. But number two, go into groups and search the keyword purpose. So everyone listening to me, go into groups and go in and type into the search engine your niche name and see what conversations people have been having about your niche. Find out what people are talking about, what they're saying about it, what the conversation is. Like, you have to dig. Does that make sense? That is a big tip. I'll encourage you to go and do that. I'll give you those two. Okay. Are you living your purpose? And if you are, what did you do to get to do? Yeah. Something along those lines. That's a good way to, you could ask, are you curious, who in this group is living out their purpose, right? What does that look like for you? You can just phrase it in different ways, or go and find out what people are saying that are getting results or answers within that actual topic. Does that make sense, Julie? I hope so. That's a beginning where you can start to do some research and find out, what actually people are saying. And if everybody here, you do need to look at, I would call, like, what other people are doing in your niche, right? That are successful. Okay, who are successful inside your own niche, and see what kind of things they are offering and kind of compare it. Where are the gaps? Where are the gaps in what you are offering, or what can you offer that you are offering something that kind of like that makes you stand out a bit more. I hope that makes sense, right? So the key thing is you must do research, right? I've got a whole training on that, but I just want to give you some tips at least on the researcher part. Okay, let me know if that's helping, Julie. I hope so, right? So number one is, when you have then found out who exactly you are targeting, and then number two is the awareness. Then you go and put yourself in front of the people that you are targeting. The problem is that we are kind of, for example, over people who are over 40 you're targeting, but is it over 40? Are they, what's their situation? Are they maybe over 40? Are they single? Are they married? Do they have kids? What kind of age range are their kids? What's their key frustration? What's their key pain point? Think about that, and then find out where they're going online and go in front of them. So number one is your offer. Number two, the awareness. So Julie says, find out who I'm target awareness. Put in front. Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're excellent. You're saying what I'm saying. It's fantastic. Exactly. You need to, when you know who they are. So if you think through what pain points people might have or what they're dealing with. For example, let's just say women over 40 who still have young kids, maybe. They still have young kids. They're over 40. They're frustrated. They maybe, are they Christian? They're not Christian. I don't know. Maybe they have a desire to start a business or to write a book or to, purpose is tangible. So you want to kind of go digging in that. And so when you find out, that's why I say being specific is very, very helpful to you. When you are specific, what you then find yourself doing is go put yourself in front of those spaces. For example, it could be purpose to somebody, maybe actually, I really have a book inside of me that I want to write that book, or I want to start that business that's inside of me, or I want to help a ministry, orphanages, whatever it might be. I want to be able to be a speaker, whatever it might be. Okay. You want to think about what those things are. Okay. Number one, I'm going through, for those of you who just joined me, I'm going to quickly summarize this and then next week I'll go into more detail. But the key thing is in your sales system, you must have, number one, a validated offer. Okay. Ideally a high ticket offer. By doing that, you want to get some research done. I'll give some tips on this video, especially for Julie, on what kind of research you want to start to do. Number two is awareness. Once you know who you're targeting and you understood who your avatar is, you must be on the platform that they are. Okay. Some of us are on platforms where our ideal client's not hanging out. Yes, billions of people are on Facebook. But for example, if you are targeting millennials are not really on Facebook as much as they are on Instagram or TikTok. So who is your dream client? So you need to know who's your dream client. Where are they? Are they on the platform that you're on? I had a client and bless her heart, she loved Instagram. She was on Instagram all day, every day. We had a session and I encouraged her to do some research around it. And the research she found out was that actually when she went to Facebook, she started to get clients and then she was dry on Instagram. So you have to be visible. That's why this process is very important. When you then find out, so it's not enough to just have like a system anywhere. You must get the foundations right. Okay. So awareness, being visible and being in front of your dream client where they are at, not where you like to hang out, right? So not where you like to hang out, where your dream client hangs out. Okay. Number two. Number three, messaging. Kind of talk about messaging, but messaging stems from you understanding who you're speaking to. When you understand who you're speaking to, this is going to be very, very crucial in your sales system, because once you understand, for example, I coach kingdom. I say kingdom, not Christian. Anyone want to know why I say kingdom and not Christian? Because I am targeting a specific woman. When I say Christian, I feel Christian is very broad. When I say kingdom, I'm talking to Bible-believing women who are on a journey with Jesus. So when I say kingdom, I'm talking to Jesus-loving women. You can be Christian and have the three things going on that are not kingdom. Okay? Right? So when I talk about kingdom women, I know who specifically I am desiring to attract. And so that is why I use specific words in my messaging throughout. So just make sure when you know who you're targeting throughout, you speak the specific words to those people. Making sense? And then number four, obviously, is your lead system. Right? We're going to go into lead systems in a few weeks' time. I'm going to talk about your lead system. And this is where actually your automation now begins. So before you even start the sales system, the first three must be on point. Once those three are on point, then we now talk about the actual system. So we have the offer, you have your visibility, your awareness, you have the followers and all those kind of great things and friends, and we have groups and we have all of this. We know we're here on social, but your messaging to speak, to get them interested in what you are saying. And when they are now interested in what you are saying, the next step is to then let them opt in. So consider you. So the lead is actually step 4, right? And that's where the system, the actual technical system really begins. Okay. So you have to do number 1 to 3 first, and then we go into the system of generating leads for what you already understand is working. When you generate leads for what is working, then we build a nurturing system within your email list even that will take them to step 5, which is your conversion process. Are you with me? Okay. So this is the system that we all need everybody needs this. I don't care what business you are in. This is what needs to happen. Okay. You need to have your offer. You need to make people aware of that you exist, to say the right things by your messaging. You need to then at that stage invite them. What we do on the lead stage is some of us, we just create lead magnets. to just get people on our list. No. An effective sales system is not just getting people on your list. It's getting your ideal client on your list. It's getting the right person on your list who is a ready to buy individual. That is who you want on your list, not just anyone. You want someone who is ripe for purchasing. And so you must create a lead magnet that is going to attract the specific person that you want to convert to a client. I tell you what, guys, I'll be honest. When you master 1 to 4, I say this a lot, number 5, your sales, closing sales, it's going to be done for you. To the glory of God, I boast in God, but by the time someone gets on a call with me, they just want to find out a bit more about the actual offering. They're ready to buy. Most people are ready to buy. And what happens is the system that is behind the scenes, it kind of weeds out people that are not really ready. So I end up speaking to people that they're ready buyers. Our conversion rate is very, very high. So once you do number 1 to 4, it can take a bit of time. I won't even lie to you. You have to get a bit of time to kind of master 1 to 3 first. And then the actual system is easy. It just generates a flow of people that comes into your sales system and boom, sign them as clients. Yes and amen. So this is the foundation, ladies. I'm going to just end here. So you had so over the next few weeks, I'm going to be covering these in more detail. So offer, awareness, messaging, leads, system, nurturing, and then your conversions at the end. Okay, this is my 5-step process that will help you to seamlessly build a system that will convert to clients. Now, if you want to have a chat right now and you are if you are struggling with the offer part specifically, okay, and Julie, if that is you particularly, I would say I will invite you, because I do always open up my calendar for free spots if you are interested. Hey, if you are interested, free chats to help you to see where you are missing the mark in your offer or your messaging that is not generating the leads that you want to generate. I will have a look at what you're doing. I will give you a few tips on how you can tweak things specifically to you, and I will show you what exactly the full system looks like in my program that will help you to actually build a business and get consistent flow of clients. Okay, so if you are interested, lady, and I'm looking at you specifically because I know you talked a lot. If you are interested, then just send me a message and just say offer, right? DM me and say offer in the DMs. Let's have a chat and we'll book a call. It's a free 30-minute obligation. It's a free 30-minute call. I will give you tips, and I always do this because that's my way of just, blessing and helping, but also to see where you need the help and where I can support you. So if that is you, these are my notes. Yeah, I know they're your notes. I can see. I'm loving it. Great notes. And your notes really are helping everybody else. So if you want to take advantage of that free offer, then send me a DM and just say offer, right? And I will look at exactly the steps that you need to start generating a consistent flow of clients to hit those 5 to 10K months consistently in your business. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, ladies. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you, Lord, for joining me live, ladies. I appreciate you, and I'll take care and see you soon. God bless. Bye bye.